Hello everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here. I wanted to come in tonight and just talk about a few things that I think need to be told, need to be known. We're being run, our tribe is being run by tyrants. I really feel we are being run by tyrants. I'm going to start off with using my son's court hearing as an example. Excuse my car. I have very little privacy at home. My children are all over. I know I only have 2 right now, but it's still pretty loud. My dad. So I had to come to my car so I could have this privacy. Now, my son is dealing with our tribal court, our wonderful, great tribal court. He's currently on probation for marijuana. He was pulled over on Thanksgiving, for speeding, and he had marijuana on him. Was he smoking it? No, but he had it on him. My son has a medical card. He's had one for years. It didn't matter. None of that mattered. Not only was my son's case treated so unfairly, you could literally go into the court, it's recorded. They have each hearing recorded, and you could pull these hearings and listen to all of the different rulings this judge does. She literally sat in a courtroom the whole day with people that had more serious charges than my son. They were severe, some of them. And they got out with just a slap in the hand. My son sat there and he had all his previous charges read to him all the way back to who knows when. She brought up everything, things that had no business being brought up in that court hearing. This Judge Dahl, is this her name, Judge Dahl? I personally don't care to learn this lady's name. This lady has no business in our courtroom making these kind of decisions over our people. Now, she gave my son probation. He was severely warned. Just explained in great detail all of the things that would happen to him if he violated his probation, regardless of his medical card. Not only was he warned and almost threatened, I feel like it was a threat about his probation, but she even mocked him. When he asked about his medical card, explaining it was legal for him if he had met, she did not care. This lady told my son, this is what really gets me, because this is the point of my feed tonight. It is not my job to legislate on this tribe. It's not my fault your tribe won't legalize it. So while you're on probation, maybe you can go and try to legalize it. And she laughed. I feel that maybe she laughed because she already knew that this is now her decision. Nelva just kind of handed it over, and she just signed away on that line to increase the fines, the days in prison for marijuana. Regardless if you have a marijuana card, a medical card, something explaining that you have a medical need for this flower, this plant. It doesn't matter. This is my point. This is my point tonight, is that we are being treated like criminals. But we're not the criminals. The people that are putting all these new laws on us and that are restricting us and ruling over us and leading us, those are the ones that need to be proving to us that they are not criminals. Not us. Not us. Not for a plant. No, not for a plant. Nelva really dropped the ball on this one. Nelva, someone please tag Nelva's family, her friends, Judge Dahl, Tyner, Gabe, his wonderful fan base. Please, somebody tag them. Show them this. Let them see this, because this is ridiculous. This is insane how we are being ruled and pushed down by these people. Do none of you see it? So Nelva has this judge sign her new codes regarding our punishments for marijuana. These are some huge changes. $15,000 fines. 15 years in prison. We are being treated like we murdered somebody. Like we were distributing meth, coke, pills. Holy cow. This is some crazy stuff here, okay? Now, I'm going to spill a lot tonight because I'm done. I'm done being quiet. I'm done worrying about what's going to happen to me if I say something. No. This involves my babies now. This idiot judge, I hope she sees this, is taking this out on my son. This whole marijuana thing, it's like he's the one getting the most. And we know this because my nephews and my niece were all in the same arraignment with the same charges, even worse, and they got nothing. They got nothing like my son. They weren't treated like my son. Nothing. So y'all need to see. Y'all need to start opening your eyes and seeing what these people are doing to us, okay? They're putting these laws on us. Putting these great big fines on us. Where's their fines? Who talked to us about this? When do we have a say? When do we get to have a say? When is Gabe going to use this Facebook feed he does, updating us on all this COVID stuff that we could literally look up online, and update us? Why don't you have a meeting? Why don't you open the floor, Gabe, and let us ask questions? Why don't we use, here's a good one. Why don't we use Frizzell's yard, his lawn, and have a general meeting? I don't know how many times I've been told Frizzell's casino, Frizzell's lawn. Oh man, we'll touch base on Frizzell pretty soon, because Frizzell's gonna come up now. This is enough, man. This is enough. So, y'all made these huge changes, Nelva, without including your people. Without educating yourself. You graduated from where, Nelva? From where? You are our what? You are our tribal attorney. What? Let's educate ourselves on this plant. Let's see the benefits of this plant. Does it help you medically? Yes. In one way, two ways? No, hundreds of ways. Hundreds. You would know this, Nelva. You would know this if you would have just read a little bit about it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, Nelva. How could you do this to your people? Because it don't affect you? It affects you. It affects you. You have family it affects. You don't care about your family? I do. You know, we're all family. We are all family. So you should care about all of us, Nelva. We should be included in this. Gabe, before you turn the whole signature, the power over to Nelva, you should have asked us. We voted for you. We put you there. We put you there. Did you ask us before you gave us these 15-year sentences? $15,000 sentences, but you have tribal council members just going free charges just magically disappearing, people's assault and battery charges going away, and all of a sudden it's public afraid. How is it public afraid when they both didn't engage? I don't understand how the laws are only pertaining to some of us and not all of us, Gabe. Nelva. Y'all want to hear something else crazy? Do you know that probably within 7 days, I believe it was within 7 days, I received seven citations from our conservation office for my dogs. They took 2 of the dogs that I had originally claimed or complained about. They finally took 2 of them after they gave me my first 6 citations. Okay, this was the problem to begin with. So they took my 2 that weren't mine, that I just fed for these years because my neighbors didn't take them back, and I can't just let these dogs starve. And they killed them. Fine. 2 less dogs for me to feed. There's already more at my house. Conservation, there's already strays there. Where are you at now? And then I find out, listen to this crap, guys, listen to this. With my 7 citations for my untied dogs, that Tyner, Mr. Cervantes' dog, was not only loose, but it bit a child. Bit a child. He better have a citation. Ooh, Tyner, you better have a citation. Who's going to give him his citation? I would like to know that, because his dog bit a child. This child had to be taken to a hospital, 2 hospitals. So who regulates all of our leaders? Who's here to help us? Who's here to ensure that they're doing us right? Because they're not. This is why, Mr. Aguilar, you won't use this Facebook to inform us, to even include us, to even consider us, to consider the people that put you there. I just seen a letter. I've been trying to stay off of Facebook because it really upsets me. It just really frustrates me to see all this stupidness from this dumb leader. But I seen the letter regarding employment. You cannot have 2 jobs. You cannot have 2 jobs and work for our tribe. Nope. So Mr. Hicks, all these people that have, the second job representing people, not no more. Not no more. I have text messages, emails. I have an email from Mr. Aguilar a year ago explaining how it is beneficial for us to help our people here on our reservation. It is good for our people, and that we have shown that it does not interfere with our job. We have shown. He wrote that. He wrote that to me. He wrote that for me to take to the court so they would allow me to represent and help our people. And now, now that we are speaking our mind, he don't like it. Gabe don't like it. Oh my goodness, he don't like it. He's trying to stop us. Really, Gabe, you're going to do that? You're already doing enough to our people. You're not going to let us help them now? I have 3 mothers. 3 mothers that lost their children. No, 4 mothers. 4 that lost their children without any notification, without any hearings. 10 days. 10 days is what you should be doing when you have emergency custody. These are babies' lives. 10 days. That is the limit. What happened to that? Our babies' little lives don't matter. This trauma from removing them from their natural family, their mother, it don't matter. We're allowing them to place them with non-tribal members again? Really? Oh my gosh. These are our babies. These are our babies. You're supposed to keep them close to home. You're supposed to call extended family. Call family, cousins, friends. Do you know how many kids I've taken care of just so they don't get sent away? I'm not rich. I ain't made of money. I'm not stealing from my people, so I can't just throw money around, but I'm over here taking care of kids. Because I don't think we should be sending our babies away. Gabe likes to hide behind his religion. So I'm so excited to see all the comments from his religious followers, because they're usually very loving comments from these Christians. I'm just super excited to hear from them. The amount of hate that comes from his followers is so insane, especially since most of them claim to be Christian. Y'all need to understand that these are our babies. These are our people. Gabe should be putting us first, putting our babies first. If you're going to put these NDOTs, these white ladies over there in control of our babies, then you should teach them. You should educate them on our background, on our people. Let them know about our culture, our heritage. Or did you forget that? Did you forget where you came from, who you are? You're Apache. You're Apache. You need to remember your people. Remember your people. It infuriates me that I am sitting there with my son trying to figure out how we're going to help him improve his little situation over marijuana when he has a medical card explaining why. I am very aware of why he has that medical card. It's nobody's business why he needs it, but this judge feels that it doesn't matter. Maybe we should just go to IHS and give them some false pain, and they'll just pump you full of pain pills. Just here, take another bottle. Take another bottle. So it's okay for us to go and addict ourselves. Just go and take these pills and just get addicted. These pills affect your liver, your stomach, your esophagus, literally, because pretty soon you're just going to be throwing up, pooping uncontrollably because you gave yourself an ulcer, cancer. Who knows what these pills are doing to you, but you're taking them, and they're encouraging it. They're encouraging you to take these medications, not the natural one, not the one that no man has touched, the one that grows from the ground. No, they want you to take the man-made ones, the ones that are killing our people, the ones that are killing our babies. I find it insane that Gabe and Nelva were allowed to make these huge changes to our laws without even consulting our people. Do you know how many of our people rely on marijuana? And now you're going to treat us like we're criminals? But who's the criminals? Who's the criminals? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Who's the criminals? Why don't you all show us your background so we know the people running our tribe are the right ones, are not criminals, do not have a past, are not trying to have their past expunged. How is it that, okay, how are we going to have somebody who should not and is not allowed to own a weapon through the state of New Mexico? How we live in New Mexico. Our land is on New Mexico land. It's in New Mexico. Isn't that crazy? But they get away with it because we are federal. So the law kind of bends for who it needs to. You hear what I'm saying? We live on federal land. So they're going to use that and punish us for our marijuana, for our leaves we smoke. Okay? They're punishing us on our federal land. This little piece of land that the government placed us on, okay? This is just mind-boggling. And then they're going to bend the law as well to accommodate to them. Mr. Cervantes, Tyner, Let's see your background. I want to see your background, Tyner. It's about time you all start showing us that you all have the right to be ruling us, putting these laws on us. I find it so funny that you go to the conservation office to do a background check. But who does the background check on them? Who does the background check on them? We had one conservation officer terminated a few years back for aggravated DUI. Isn't that crazy? Like, I was like, man, aggravated, that must have been a lot. Like, you have to be drinking quite a bit to get aggravated DUI. So I was like, all right, yeah, I guess he deserved it to be terminated because it was aggravated and it's a DUI. He wrecked. He messed up. Who else has aggravated DUIs? Who else is working with aggravated DUIs? We need to see their background. Tyner. How many of y'all have worked with Tyner at the forestry? This is some crazy stuff here, okay? How are we going to issue a man a weapon when he's not even supposed to own one? How are we going to do that? How are we going to let people with serious drug charges lead us? Lead us. Were they expunged? Did you get them expunged through the state of New Mexico? How about through the tribe? How did you do that? How did you do it without notifying anybody? Because gosh, there's a lot of people, I'm sure. How many of you have had a DUI? How many of you were terminated for driving under the influence? Never got your job back. You never got to say, well, I was just dumb back then, and shoot, I just wish that could all go away, but we're going to keep all this other stuff. And so how many of our leaders have gotten a DUI in a government vehicle? How many of you? Y'all need to know this because there's quite a few. I have been terminated. This is some funny stuff to me because back in October, before this whole COVID thing started, I was terminated. No, I'm sorry. I was upset with my job. I was very upset with my job. So I wrote a letter. I turned it into HR because my next chain of command would have been HR. It was regarding both of my directors. Both of them. I was very upset with the things that had been going on. Very upset. I just didn't agree with any of it. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. There are so many advocates that have not lasted in there, and you should ask them why. You should ask them why. Because they also wrote letters, and they were punished as well for writing their letters. So in my letter, I discussed that my supervisors were great people. They're great people. In my mind, I think they'd be great people out of the workplace. They're funny, they're great, but not meant to be there. When you're not meant to be there, you should move on. When you know you're not doing your job, you should move on. And when you don't know how to do your job, you should move on. In my letter, I expressed a lot of frustration because not only was my assistant director, terminated and brought back, it was like she was given more power. She had to sit down and talk about what we're not going to do when we're out in public and how we represent our office. I thought that was just ridiculous. So that was it. I wrote my letter and I turned it in. And then here came COVID. It was never addressed. I waited and waited. I called Gabe. I messaged Gabe. It was never addressed. And to this day, it sits in HR, not addressed. And there's some pretty big things y'all need to see on this letter. So, I don't understand how they terminated me. And on the paperwork, and I know, Kateri, if you're listening, I know it wasn't you that wrote this out. I ain't upset with you or nothing. Don't be worried. I'm not, because I already know you didn't write this. I seen what happened to the last one. You didn't write that either. But you sign it. You got to stop doing that. Stop signing their papers. Stop signing their papers. You're crazy for signing their papers, Kateri. Crazy. So anyway, she signed this paper for termination for me, and they mailed it to me. It's supposed to be certified. It was in my box, who knows how long. So I opened up this letter and I was terminated. Here it goes. For cyberbullying. Wow. Cyberbullying. That is so funny. Because I spoke my mind, which is my right to do. It is my right. They terminated me. So that's a violation of my rights for speaking my mind. And then in the back page, the second page, do you know what they had the nerve to put? The audacity. That as an employee of the Mescalero Apache tribe, I should represent the Mescalero Apache tribe and respect my employer and employees and not bully them and represent my job to the fullest because I'm representing the tribe. This is what really got me, because they terminated me, but yet my previous director, my assistant director for child support, went to the inn. Okay, this is public info. She went to the inn, engaged on her own, by herself, not with the other person willing, but engaged in a fight with our client. I know this because I watched it. We all watched it. And then she had the nerve to tell me that I need to remember I represent our office. How are you all going to do that? How are you all going to tell me to remember that, but set another example? How much more are we getting away with? Because I never understood how my director got her job back after such serious charges. And then I find out that it wasn't so bad. It was public affray. It is still bad. This victim says, oh, it wasn't that bad. We got charged with public affray. No, why were you charged? You didn't willingly fight with her. On the video, there was no back and forth. You were laying there. How is that fair? So this question is for Nelva. Nelva, how do I get the same type of help? Who's going to help me with my job? Who's gonna come and defend me and get me and put me back in my job? Y'all get fired for any reason, go see Nelva. It's amazing the things that just disappear, just don't. Where did they go? What happened to that? Who knows? Maybe next time. Maybe next time. But yeah. So I got terminated for bullying, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to speak my mind every day, every chance I get, until that coward answers me. Any of them. They're all cowards. I wrote notes. It's really frustrating to try to remember everything that I have to say, because there is so much going on in our tribe right now. We have people resigning because they refuse to work like this. We have people resigning because they don't want to go back to work because of COVID. And they have a letter. They have a letter from the great Mr. Frizzell Jr., from his enterprise, you know, that big enterprise he owns over there, saying if you don't want to come back to work, you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. You will not face retaliation. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. It's so funny to me that we're allowing Frizzell to make these decisions and these calls on this resort when he's clearly not educated to do these things. How many more years are we going to support Warner? How many more years are we going to support Warner? We have had so much money come into this tribe. We need to know where that money went. Whose pockets it filled? Whose pockets? We have council members that get DUIs. They get out in nothing, no time. Nothing. They mustn't have had any penalties because they got new rides cruising around. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we're out here being punished. Why? So it's time, Gabe. It's time that you have your general meeting. It's time for us to step up. It's time for us to demand that Tyner, Gabe, Frizzell, that all of them, all three of them, show us their background. Let's see if these rumors are not true. They can't be. We can't have these kind of people running our tribe. No way, no way. There's no way they have aggravated DUIs, assault and battery on a household, assault and battery on another individual. Does anybody remember anybody back in the day beating up their father with a tribal issued weapon? I do. I remember that. Man, to have somebody who has such an anger issue in charge of our tribe is just so crazy. It's just beyond me how we're going to allow someone so violent to put so much ruling on us. It's just crazy to me. We have people at the casinos literally every day dealing drugs, passing back and forth money, coke, meth, heroin, pills, who knows what it is. It's reported. It's reported to security. It's reported to BIA. I see BIA over at the Travel Center parking lot. I see them, but I don't ever hear about no bust. They park here, they park here, they park there. What are they doing? Where's the bus? Are they just keeping them safe? Are they watching out? What's going on? Y'all need to start asking these questions. Why are we being punished so hard and so bad, like we're criminals, and the ones punishing us are the criminals? Isn't that some bull? How are we going to let them do this to us? We all need to stand up. Take these people out of the office. They need to go home, go do whatever. This Judge Dahl, she has no business here. No business here on our land. On our land. Giving us harsher punishments. Do you all not realize we were already imprisoned? We've already gone through this. This is big. This is big. This is our people. Why are you putting them back in prison? Why are you making these punishments so bad? For marijuana. Why didn't we fight this hard for meth, for alcohol, before we lost all these people? All these babies. You should hear some of the stories Gabe used to tell me about the causes of death of these people. Why aren't we doing anything about it, Gabe? We have special agents here. What did they do for us? Vittleson, what do you do for us? What do you do for us if our babies are just dying, injecting this stuff in their body? Y'all just love to throw us in jail and get us out of the way so you don't have to hear us, put up with us. Do you know what's in that jail, y'all? Do you know that our prisoners are coming out with holes in them? That's staph. That's a staph infection. Holes. You can put your finger right in the holes and just touch skin. It just closes like a hole. We have a man up north somewhere. He took himself out of jail just to get out of that place. And he has holes not only on his feet, but it traveled up his body, under his arms. These are our people. How are we going to do this to them? Don't you think we lost enough? Don't you think we should take care of them more? We should hold them and protect what we have left. Do you not see, Nelva, Gabe, Tyner, Frizzell, how precious all of our people are? Do none of you see how precious our people are? Man, you're just going to throw them back in jail. You're just going to take time and just do it again. Put us back in prison. This judge is over here throwing out her sentences left and right. Whoever she don't like, she's not even from here. How does she not like you? How does she not like you? Because she's got those little words in her mouth already, her ears coming out of people's lying mouths. It's insane to me that we have people, we can forgive people for selling pills, for selling drugs, for their charges, and allow them to rule over us, be probation officers. What? Now you get to see who took over your business. You know who you are. How is this okay? How is this okay to punish some and not the others? Y'all need to stand up for yourselves. Speak up. Realize how precious you are. Realize how precious your tribal members are. We put Gabe in there. He forgot us. He forgot us. Literally, he seen green and started sticking it in his pockets. Then here came his lying mouth. I hope somebody shows him. I hope somebody shows that coward. His lying mouth opened up, and there it came, just spitting out lies left and right, having the nerve to praise himself. Galatians 6:7-8, Gabe, read it. Read it. You better remember your people. Remember who put you there. All of you need to start asking them, where's your background? I want to see that you're not violent. You're going to treat me like a criminal. I want to see that you're not a criminal. I want to see your past. Let's see your history. Gabe, Tyner, Frizzell, let's see your history. Let's see that background. Federal, tribal, state, all of it. Just bring it all in. Let's see all of it. Ooh, this should be good. This should be good, you cowards. Got Nelva over here tweaking laws for everybody. The rest of us are sitting here just taking it, and taking it. How are you all okay with this? People are having to pay back their unemployment. $10,000 because they refuse to go back to work. Even though they had Frizzell's little letter from his entity. Oh, Frizzell, I don't even know what to say. I just can't even, I don't even know where to start with Frizzell. I just don't. I don't know where to start with him. But yeah, our people are paying back $10,000 in unemployment because of retaliation that they promised you wouldn't get. Don't you think that our people are already struggling? Those of you that say, oh, you have no idea what it's like to live off of here and live over here. No, they don't. They don't. And they don't need to. They live on a reservation the government put us on. The government put us on. This whole place was ours. Do you not see that? That this whole place was ours? Look into our history. The historic trauma as Native Americans. The historic trauma that we faced, we're facing again with our own leaders. Putting us down there, treating us like we're doing something bad, like we murdered somebody, like we're out here selling coke, heroin, meth. Have you seen your babies? Have some of you seen your babies? Seen your family members out there? It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I don't care if that is my worst enemy. I don't care if that's my worst enemy. To see another person like that is so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. Gabe and Tyner and Frizzell, Nelva, Judge Dahl. I guess I'll include you in our little tribe since you're ruling it. Over here making decisions without us. Y'all need to start taking care of your people. We're losing people left and right. Left and right. And all you have is that ugly ass board in front of the dang center. But you can spend money on everything else. And you do. All of this stuff I mentioned, feel free at any time, Gabe, Nelva, Tyner, Frizzell, Dahl, to prove me wrong. Feel free to prove me wrong. I would love for any of you to prove me wrong. When I open my mouth, I speak the truth. And if you don't believe me, then please prove me wrong. I don't come here to lie to my people. I come here to tell them what they need to know. That they're being done wrong. That our leaders are punishing us while they're out doing God knows what. Open up those meetings. Let us see what's in there, what's being said. You're making too many decisions. You're driving our res into the ground. What are my children going to have when they get there? We're supposed to be building for the next generation, the next. Remember your ancestors. Remember our elders. Remember them when you make these crazy decisions. Don't let that greed take over your heart. You're supposed to be Christian. Christian. Do y'all know what a real Christian is? Because for a Christian, man, you all sure judge. Man, you love to judge and throw that hate word around. You don't hate. You don't hate. You can dislike. Everyone dislikes something, but dang, to hate your own people? There's something wrong. There's something wrong. Y'all better open your eyes, your hearts, whatever you want to call it. But you better open up. We're losing too many people to drugs, and they're punishing us like we're the druggies. We're not. These abusive people need to show us their background. That is the purpose of my feed tonight. I am tired of being harassed. That is ridiculous. 7 citations for the same charge. For the same charge. 7. And then his dog's over here biting people. Have any of you been bit by my dog? Do any of you see strays running around the reservation? Because I was told that it's just my house. It's just my problem, mine. They just have this issue with me. How is that okay? How is it okay for us to ship our babies off? How is that okay for us to ship our babies off? Gabe, would you ship your babies off? I mean, you don't have them, but you know what I mean. Would you just let them go somewhere? Would you let them go? Tyner? Nelva? It should be you, I'm asking. Would you let them ship your babies off, Nelva? Nope, you wouldn't. You'd fight. You'd fight because those are your babies. Just like you should fight for all of us and our babies. Because without us, you wouldn't have your job. Gabe? Man, Gabe, I hope you all get him out. I hope we can get him out. I hope he don't run again. This is baloney. Y'all better open your eyes. Y'all better open your eyes, and you better start looking into things before you go and vote for this crazy person again. It just makes you think, like, man, they're over here punishing me for a flower, a plant that God gave me, when they have charges of possession, like serious possession, coke, heroin, aggravated DUIs, assault and battery on a household member. I don't have that. Do any of y'all have that? Have any of y'all been fired for any of these charges and are just sitting there at home trying to find another job? Go see Nelva. Go see Gabe. I don't know how, but everybody gets another job. They get another chance. They get put back and they get a promotion. They get it all back. All their back pay. Look at Herman. Look at her. He still goes into Allsup's and buys his big fits. Still drinks. Probably still sitting in his desk. All these directors. All these council members. Shame on you all for letting them get away with this. Shame on you. But I guess this is what you should expect when you have people that have charges for violence with a weapon, with their tribal issued gun, when they have aggravated assault, aggravated DUIs. I guess this is what you should expect. So if you all don't like me saying all this about you, or if you are successful in getting your record expunged from the state of New Mexico, let me know. Prove me wrong. Show me. Show me I'm a liar. Show me I'm a liar. I want to see, Gabe, your background check. President Aguilar. I want to see Tyner's. I want to see Frizzell's. And yes, Frizzell, I have a right. Tyner, I have a right. You all are employed by us. We pay you a lot of money. A lot of money. We even moved Tyner up here just so his dog can bite kids. We moved Tyner up here. Man, we got families. How many of you have families under one roof? How many of you? Because at one time, man, how many have I had in my house? I don't know. And I know one family that had 4 families under one roof, not including their own. Isn't that crazy? All these homeless people we have, all this money they keep telling us we've gotten. Where is it? Where are our homes? Where is our jail? Why do we keep sending people to the other jail, to that jail, and let them get sick? Give our money to them. Where's all this money? It's time that you all start asking about all this money. 638 program, is that what you call it? The 638 program? Oh man, y'all better research that. Y'all better research that. That's some crazy stuff. That's horrible. Man. We're going to fail our people in so many ways, y'all have no idea. Because we're allowing these people to rule us and to make these decisions on their own without even asking us, without even including us, without We voted for them. They asked for our input then. They needed our input when they needed our vote. And now when it comes to these, they don't need our input. It's not important anymore to hear from us. We're nothing. It involves you. It involves every one of you. Where's all this money? We get these 1,500 payouts, 2,000 payouts. That's nice. That's nice. But we got money for housing. Where did that go? We got money for a jail. Where did that go? Where did that go? Where is the money going to go from this 638? The big money that they get to just keep. Because, you know, every program we have on this reservation is federal. You know, these aren't ours. So our tribe gets money for these, right? Where is it? Where is it? Where's this money going? Man, where is it going? Imagine the people in accounting weren't afraid to talk. Weren't afraid of retaliation. The things we see. Imagine the people from up above, like the big dogs, the Deb Hollands come down. Imagine that. Imagine all the things they would find. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need our tribe to be fixed. We need our tribe to be right. We need to take it back. We need to take our tribe back. Take it back. Get it away from these crooks, these criminals. You don't like being called a criminal? Don't treat me and my kids like a criminal. Punish me and my people like a criminal. Have the nerve. You have the nerve. You have the nerve to treat us like criminals. When it's you. We should just put a mirror here so you can talk to yourselves. You address you. Nelva, you should be addressing them. Judge Dahl, address them. Turn around and tell them. Let's see what kind of retaliation I get for this. Mr. Cervantes loves to send his little people to me. Bring it on, Tyner. Bring it, Nelva. I'm ready. You prove me wrong. I have everything I need. Everything I say, I speak the truth. Everything I say, I have proof of it. Everything. I don't care. I'm tired of this. Y'all fire me for being a bully. I'm going to be a bully now. I'm going to show it all. I'm going to show you how mean I can be. Shame on you. I'll be waiting. I hope I get some type of response from Gabe. You're always on Facebook praising yourself. Tyner. Y'all should go huff yourself in front of that big camera in that little room y'all got and update us. Open it up. Let us ask you questions while you sit there and read your little internet updates. How are we going to let these people run us? Talking to us like we're stupid. We have this many cases statewide. We got this. We don't need that. We got money coming in from the government. We're going to do this and this and this. We're going to build these houses. We're going to put these here for here. That's what we want to hear. That's what we need to hear. That's what we need to hear. We need to hear about our money. We need to hear about our homes for our people. So we're not sitting here trying to figure out, oh, let's just buy them a little trailer, set it here by us, and let them move in here. Or, oh, put them in the upstairs room. Or let's let them sleep in the living room. How many people you got living with you, Gabe? How about you, Tyner? Frizzell? Frizzell. Frizzell could help so much. Let's get back to this. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about this. Frizzell. Condos. Let's use your condos and house all these homeless people. Let's use Frizzell's condos. Because let me get this right. Okay, Frizzell has condos he's running, okay? He's running. He's overseeing whatever that he bought them. He purchased them, okay? If I'm wrong, Frizzell, show me. Prove me wrong, okay? Because this is all hearsay right now. I'm going to say that. This is what I just heard. Pretty reliable source. But if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Because this is really important. Okay? Because this is going to show us. Okay, here. Frizzell has condos that he oversees, he runs, he rents, whatever. Is that not a full-time job? Is that not a full-time job? Why is Frizzell allowed to work 2 jobs when his pockets are already overflowing with our money? Whose condos are those? Exactly. How in the world does a man who had a report from HR issued in 2018. Did you all know about this report in 2018? A whole review from the Inn of the Mountain Gods HR department was done on the inn. Okay? That's a good point. It's a good point. I hope all of you 18-year-old kids, 17-year-old are listening, because y'all, this is important to you, okay? This is important. Y'all are coming up. You're going to be legal. This tribe is yours now, okay? When you turn 18, you're going to start getting this. You got to get this in your head now. This is your tribe. Okay, it's important what happens here. It's important what happens here, okay? Okay, so Frizzell had this report done, okay, from HR. He had this report done, review. This man, okay, he responds because they told him that they have found that he has not done his job adequately, that he has failed in several places. I don't have the report with me, but if y'all want, I can share it. You let me know. I'll read the report to y'all when I get home, because I'm not home right now, but yeah, I'll read it to you when I get home. I'll read the whole thing if you want. So yeah, he had this report done on him and his lack of supervision, his lack of knowledge. And he starts out by saying that, okay, he's had more than 2 days of training with these people. He feels he's adequately trained. He knows it. They have trained him well. And then at the end, the second page, well, I wasn't aware that I was supposed to be doing these team member ratings. I've never done them. I didn't know. I've never had training for this. How are you going to say that when you just said you're perfectly capable of doing your job? You're not. It's embarrassing to go to other casinos and then they ask you where you're from and you tell them and they're like, oh. And then you find out that during their HR process, they were told not to be like us. And then he has the nerve to praise himself, Frizzell. During this letter, I find it so ridiculous because this man was on suspension for the findings. He had the nerve to write a letter and say, these are my demands. These are what I want. He wants pay for the next, I don't know how many months. He wants his back pay. Why? You can't even answer questions, Frizzell. You can't explain nothing about that inn. I remember our last general meeting. Every question asked, It wasn't time to eat. Why are you opening your mouth? You're supposed to speak, not just have it hanging open. You have the knowledge to run this big enterprise, your enterprise you're running. All these great things you've done, I'd like to see these great things you've done. I'd like to see all the things you've done at the inn. I want to know why we are still paying Warner and how much more. Let's see all your books to show all this. How many books do you got? 1, 2, 3. How many? Is there 4? How many? How many do we know about? Let's see them, Frizzell. This is our people. This is our place. This is our whole place. That casino is supposed to sustain us, but it's sustaining Warner. It's sustaining you. It's sustaining Gabe. It's sustaining everybody else but us, little people that voted for them. How? Y'all better wake up and see all this wrong being done by these criminals. People that have no business running our tribe. Are you even allowed in state buildings? Are you allowed in state buildings? That's a good question. All these directors that get fired and put back, look into that. What the heck is that about? So we can just all go and drink around and party around, go to jail, magically get out of jail in 30 minutes. I still can't get that one in. How someone's released from jail in 30 minutes. Interesting. That would be good to know too. But yeah, look into this. Look into all of this. Do you know how much we could benefit from marijuana if we legalized it here on our reservation? The employment it would provide. Just basic knowledge of your health. You should read about it because it's so interesting. All the things that THC does for your body. It's so interesting. It'll heal you inside out. Y'all should educate yourself. Y'all start speaking up because they're ruling us, they're punishing us instead of helping us. Legalize it. Grow it here. Sell it. Profit from it. You see all these other reservations doing so much for their tribe, and it's just like, oh my God, where is our money going? When am I gonna see this on our reservation? We have reservations that opened up pot shops up in Nevada, the United States' biggest pot shop over there, owned by natives. Crazy, huh? But yet we're over here all idiot. Punishing people for it instead of profiting from it, benefiting from it. Could be more money for you to stick in your pockets illegally that we'd never even know about, because I'm sure you'd stick people in there that you want in charge. I have a question. What's going on with our hospital? What's going on with our hospital? I seen openings for COO, CEO. Who's going to get those positions? Let's see who gets that. Let's see who gets all this. I hear abuse of power, names being thrown around. It's crazy that all these people think that they can just do all this stuff just because Gabe said. Gabe said. Who's Gabe? Who's Gabe? We need to know who you are, Gabe. We need to know who you are. Are you a criminal? Tyner, are you a criminal? What is Tyner's title for us? Let's see. Emergency management. What is he? And he's also the director of the conservation office. Is this right? Like, we have him in charge of all of this with no background check. It's just good. We're just going to put him in there with all that control and all that power. Just put him in there. Give him all that money. Who needs to check on his background? We don't need that. He looks all right. He looks like he's all right. Yeah, let's let him do this. Mr. Cervantes, I want to see your background. Yours is... Wow. Wow. It's crazy we're allowing all of this. Wow. Brazil. Brazil. Let's see your background. Let me see yours. Mr. Big Shot. Casino entrepreneur. Let's see it. Let's see all these numbers from you all. All these digits where our money's going. All these reports, background checks, everything. We want to see it. We deserve to see it. We put you there. I guess we can say we put Tyner there and Nelva there and Judge Dahl because we put Gabe there and Gabe allowed it. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Ridiculous that we're allowing this. So somebody please show our fearless leader this message, this post. It's pretty long. I hope he has time to watch it. I sit there and watch his retarded updates. Somebody show Tyner. Let's see if the closet drunk comes out and starts fussing at me after this. I just love hers. They're the best. I should start sharing them. I should make TikToks about them. I'd be famous. And then, let's see, who else do we got? Frizzell. Let's see yours. Nelva. Judge Dahl. Where did Judge Dahl come from? Let's see Judge Dahl's. Why is she here and not on her reservation? All these people running our tribe. Punishing us. Taking our money. Nah, why not? Y'all better wake up. Y'all better join the fight. Come see me, talk to me, whatever you want. Any of you. You want to join the fight and help me? Fine. You want to join the fight and fight against me? Fine. I'm ready. I can prove everything I've said. I'm not a liar. I fight for my people because I know what you all are doing is wrong. What you do to me, what you do to my babies, what you do to my people, everybody. So many of our people are gone. What are you doing to help that? Y'all better learn some respect. Get your respect back. Dignity for yourself, your self-respect. Get that back. Remember your heart. Remember where you started, your goal in your head. Don't forget it. You new councilmen, all of you that went in. I was just reading Anthony Mendez's post that he had posted before election, or maybe it was on election day. And man, those were some good words. That he's there for our people. Y'all need to think like that. We all need to be like that. I don't personally know this person, Mr. Mendez. But those words were good words, and I hope he still feels that way. You council members that voted against this little plant right here, see this little plant? Educate yourselves. Stay awake in the meeting and educate yourself. Maybe that's how you can stay awake. You could read about it. Maybe you could talk about it. Keep yourself awake. We're paying you money to sit in there, not to sleep. Shit. Educate yourself. Educate. See the benefits of this plant. All of you better start asking these questions. Stop accepting just whatever these idiots tell us, these cowards. And yes, you're cowards. I'll call you that every day, all day. Cowards. BIA, you should step it up and go check on your people. See what that jail is. Stay there. Stay there. Judge Dahl, Gabe, Nelva, go sit in that jail. One day. Not even a full day. One day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Go sit in there. Take your shoes off, wear those clothes. Let's see how your feet look. You can come over when you get out, and I'll show you how my ancestors, my grandma, taught me how to fix those feet that you're causing our poor kids to get. Shame on you. Shame on you all for forgetting your ancestors, forgetting your people, forgetting your people. Shame on you. And you think by firing me that you're gonna shut me up? No. You're not. I actually thought it was pretty funny that that's how that coward dealt with my letter. After he called me up to the office all the time. What's going on down there, Valerie? So-and-so came in and complained. What is so-and-so doing down there? Oh, and now, no. Mr. Rocha. Oh, Mr. Rocha went to jail for a little bit. How's your feet? You didn't get no staph infection there? You doing all right? Probably. You didn't spend much time in there. You're probably okay. Ruffle a few feathers here. Y'all need to educate yourself. Speak up. Stop letting these people run our lives. Stop letting criminals treat us like criminals. And if you're not a criminal, show me you're not a criminal. Show me you're not a criminal. We got to get these three out. We got to get Gabe out of his office. Can't let him get back in there. He's proven he's just not capable of doing it. He's not capable. He's not. Oh my gosh, he's not. Just look at it. Look at everything. Look at how it's set up for him and all his friends and family. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It literally, I mean, you just have to open your eyes. You can see it. It's not hidden. They do it out in the open. It's there. Every one of them is just... But you speak up. You speak up. They go after you right away. All of them. Keep coming. I'll be waiting. I'm waiting for my proof, and I'm going to ask for it every day. Every day. I'll wait for these criminals to show me they're not criminals. Let's see if they can go into a state office. They're representing our tribe. They should be able to go into a state office. They need to represent us there. Don't you think that's important, y'all? Don't you think it's important to take your babies out of jail? To keep your babies here on the reservation? Go to jail for marijuana and you're treated like you killed somebody? What's wrong with you? I hope you all wake up. If you all are dealing with your unemployment and you got to pay it back, you better do something. You better go and fight. They don't got to pay it. They got money flowing everywhere. If y'all go to jail for nothing, you better fight it. You better fight it. You have a good chance because, shoot, everybody else gets away with everything. Change your charge. Ask them to change it. I don't like that one. I want this one so I can get out now. Change it. They do it for everybody else. Take back your place. Take back our home, our land. Get Judge Dahl out of here. Let Gabe go sit in his home and enjoy his living room, whatever. I can't even imagine him doing anything else. It don't look like he does. Tyner either. Tyner, you can go back to Thule, La Luz, wherever you were. Go. Go do something else. Go back to the forestry. It's where you told the best stories. The best stories. I hope you all listen to what I had to say. I hope you all can think about it. Look into these things. Start demanding that they speak to you. Gabe, call Frizzell, your bro. Ask him if we can use his lawn and have a general meeting. Demand a general meeting, you all. We need to know. We need to know what's going on with our money, with our land, Why the state is legalizing it, but our tribe is punishing us? Why we're going backwards instead of forward? Why we're putting our people back in prison instead of keeping them out? When you all did these codes, these updates, when you all move these babies, do you all think about the historic trauma that all of us deal with? Every one of you, whether you realize it or not, it's there. It's just the way you deal with it, how you view it. And some of us can't deal with it well. So instead of helping, you're punishing them. You're punishing us. Who knows what the issue is for your weed, and you're being punished for it. For something that's legal everywhere else, you're being punished for it here. Go buy you a Four-Lok, I guess. Go find you a plug that will get you some meth, some coke, some pills. Yeah. That's what they want us to do. Not smoke. So I'm going to say goodnight to this feed, I guess. Wait to see all the comments. I'm going to roll me a fat joint and get blazed and forget you idiots. You uneducated, cowardly idiots. Even exist for a minute and enjoy my weed that God gave me, provided a seed so I could replant it. Look up THC and the benefits, and then go smoke some and tell all those idiots what you think of their stupid law. Go home, Judge Doll. They didn't want you there. We don't want you here. Go find you a home. All of you. You better demand these backgrounds from these criminals. I am. I demand it. I want them. I want to see. And if you don't want to show us, maybe I will. Maybe it'll just pop up somewhere for everybody to see, because it's public. It's public, y'all. God bless y'all. Fight. Stand up against them. Don't let these cowards do nothing to you. This is just one fight I have. I'm not done. I still have a fight for my baby, my little Ayeli. I still have a fight for Tree and her babies. I'm not done. Everything you all did is going to come back. It'll come back. And I'll always be here to fight. So I hope you all are ready, because I'm not going nowhere. Nowhere.